This coverage is brought to you in association with Fraser James Partnership, where money matters. And a warm welcome back to the second part of the rugby season. And while we've been away, there hasn't been much rugby, but thanks to Netherdale's undersoil heating, we did get some games, including Melrose playing Esher in the British and Irish Cup on January the 3rd. And it was a first win in this cross-border competition by 24-16 and a try count of 2-0 with the first from John DL. In the second half, Melrose wrapped it up with Rob Christie getting the touchdown.
I mean, it's massive for the club, you know. We set out at the start of the day, obviously, to win the game, which would be nice, and well, we achieved that after 80 minutes. I mean, guys' attitude today was first class, and well, to especially outscore a championship team, you know, they kicked 6 penalties today. We actually scored 2 tries, so I mean, it says a lot for the rugby that we're playing, and the guys' attitudes towards it was first class today.
On Saturday, Melrose travelled to Llanelli to play the league leaders in their pool. It was always going to be tough, and they lost the match 24-9 and are currently 5th in the table. Next Sunday, they visit Nottingham. Last Saturday, the weather put paid to all the Scottish Cup games, but that meant a border league match could be played between Gala and Kelso. Kelso got off to a good start, and Mikhail Hartley should have got on the scoreboard early on. But it was Stefan Carnegie who got the first try of the match out on the right, taking a pass from Adnan Osman to dive over. Kelso led 8-6 at the break, but Gala came back with a try from David Marshall. Right at the end, a scrambled try accredited to George Graham sealed things for Gala, who have now won both their matches in the Border League. They won by 24 points to 8. The Premier Cup game between Dundee and Gala was postponed for the second week, so they'll try for a third time next Saturday. But also in the Cup, Hawick visited Selkirk, collecting 3 tries, including this first one from Bruce McNeil. Then we saw Rory Hutton dancing in for number 2. They were also awarded a penalty try in the first half. Well, Selkirk won the second period 6-0 with 2 Scott Hendry penalties, but it wasn't enough.
We can build for next year now and enjoy the rest of the season, and we've targeted the Cup out. We've got to see, unfortunately, the final, not that I'm looking to the final, but it's on Hawick Sevens Day, but it'd be good to get a good Cup run, get in the quarters, see who we can get there and then take it from there, and it's a wee goal for us.
I asked the young boys to stand up and learn. Learn something now. That's 12 weeks. We've been beaten every week, and we need to learn something. We need to learn fast, because the next 8 is going to be even harder.
In Premier C, Kelso played table-toppers Hillhead Jordan Hill in their fight against relegation, and they had a dream start playing with the ferocious wind and a try from Greg Ponton, who also converted from the touchline. Kelso were saying goodbye to 2 of their players, Adnan Osman and Mikhail Hartley, who are going back to South Africa in 2 weeks. Well, it was a highly entertaining game and the conditions meant there were plenty of shocks and surprises. Stuart Rose intercepted here and went on a run, but Osman's close attention caused him problems and his pass to Gus Twaddle went astray. Kelso then retaliated and both wingers, firstly Andrew Haig and then Greg Ponton, combined to set up another attack. More good recycling, but Andy Tate found passing difficult in the strong wind. But Kelso recovered well and Kevin Utterson took his team into the red zone. It looked like another score with Phil Hume passing to Osman, but Osman's flick inside to Haig went behind him. But referee David Crudge was playing advantage and Greg Ponton scored the penalty to make it 10-0 at the break. But was that going to be enough, as Hillhead would enjoy the elements in the second half? Right away they ran in for a try, big Mick Macaulay pounding through, drawing the defence and offloading to Twaddle, who went in for the score. They added another try 10 minutes later from Will Golden, who tied things at 10-all. But Kelso were very competitive and it looked like Osman would put his team back into the lead, but the referee had spotted a forward pass. But patience paid off, and when Utterson saw Haig coming in off his left wing like an express train, he gave the scoring pass and Kelso were back in front at 15-10. And Kelso weren't finished yet. They were happy to run the ball into the wind, and with 4 minutes remaining, Ian Moody took off and sprinted down the park. He was stopped, but he set up tremendous ball for Tate to use. Dom Buckley attempted a huge pass which Hartley caught, and with a three-man overlap, it was a brilliant try for Kelso. But there was one last twist. Kelso won a penalty in injury time. Despite that, Ione gave the referee some verbal. The referee reversed the penalty and gave Hillhead another opportunity. It was a surprising thing for Ione to do, and I don't think his colleagues were that impressed. Fly half Cammy McCulloch took it quickly, put in a lovely cross kick into the arms of Twaddle, and with pace to burn and a neat sidestep at the end, he was in for a score. He popped over the conversion himself and his team were now just 3 points adrift, but there were just moments remaining, and when Hillhead knocked on, David Crudge looked at his watch and Kelso had held on to win.
Well, 10-0 at half-time. We all thought in the stand that's not going to be enough because that is a ferocious wind, but you came back and scored 2 tries.
Yeah, it was a bad win, to be honest. Yeah, we just kept to our game plan, kept it tight, tried to move their big pack around as well, but which kind of helped in the second half, getting on the end. And it showed with a couple of tries at the end of the game.
And that final try for Mikhail Hartley, made by you, breaking through 30 metres, and an outrageous pass.
Well, yeah, it was some try. I couldn't see much of it from lying on the floor, but I just looked up and I seen how far it was to go, so I thought I might as well get tackled, to be honest. It was a bit far for me to run.
And you got Falkirk next week?
Yeah, Falkirk, big game. It'll be a hard game up there, so if we play like that we did in the second half and controlled the game, I think we'll do really well up there, to be honest.
In the other Premier C game, Jed Forest beat GHA 10-0 with 2 tries scored by Ross Goodfellow. In National League 1, Langham did the double over Murrayfield, and Hawick YM made it 13 out of 13 in National League 2 with a thumping win at third-placed Highland, and Berwick stay second with a win over Annan. In the East League, local wins for Duns in Division 1 and Gala YM and Walkerburn in Division 2. Next week's fixtures are on your screen now, with Selkirk, Peebles and Jed Forest all at home in the Premier Cup and Leagues, while Hawick YM, Hawick Lindeen, Duns, Hawick Quins and St Boswells all have home games in the National and East Leagues. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and join us again next week.